Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Doot Stop Believing by GDC. So we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, meaning in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these Krupke doots. You heard that right? So a doot is like an extended dot. So what we do is across a white doot, which are these white lines here, separating cells, you take the sums, and the sums have to be consecutive. So the sum of these two cells has to be consecutive with the sum of these two cells. So if this was, for example, 1, 4, that adds to 5. This could then be 6. You know, it could be 4 or 6. In this case, let's make it 6. So we could be, that doesn't actually work. Sorry. If this was 2, 3 adding to 5, this could then be 6 with a 1, 5. So anyway, if this added to 5, this could then add to 6, consecutive. But the order, we don't know the order, right? We don't know which one's bigger than the other. All we know is that they're consecutive. Now, across a black doot, they have a 1 to 2 ratio, meaning one of them is double the other. Again, we don't know the order, but let's say this was 1, 3, that adds to 4. This could then double to 8. We could do 3, 5. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay, I want to start in box 1 here. We know that box 1 adds to 21. We have 3 consecutive sums. Now, it's tempting to say the only way to do that would be to have a strictly increasing sum, or increasing one way or the other. And we could do that, because 21 divided by 3 is 7. So the middle digit would add to 7. I'll just like corner mark the sum or something. The middle one would add to 7. And then we could do, and in some order, 6, 8. I don't know if it would be this order or the other one. So we could do 6, 7, 8, and that would add to 21. So that would work for this box. Now I'm wondering if the middle digit can be such that we go down both times. So it obviously doesn't work with 7. If I go up to 9, can I go down to 8 plus 8 is the question. 16 plus 9 is 25. That doesn't work. And if I go to 5, I could go to 6, 6. But that also doesn't work. Maybe there's some way to think about that. Now I know I need an odd digit. I didn't explain this, but I know I need one odd digit and 2 even. I need one odd sum and 2 even sums because we're summing to an odd sum. And so 3. I guess we could do odd, odd. We can't do odd, 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 right? Which would also be an odd sum because those aren't going to be consecutive because the sums are consecutive. Or I think our only option is 6, 7, 8, but I don't know which way it goes. I do know that consecutive sum dominoes often interfere with each other. So let's think about that. So this 7 could be 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4. Now the 6, let's just pretend this one's 6. I don't know which one's 6. We're going to go 6, 7, 8. We'll just to demonstrate. 6 can be 1, 5, or 2, 4. One of the 7 options won't work. 1, 6 works. 2, 5 doesn't, right? If this was a 2, 5 sum to 7, then this nut can't sum to 6 anymore. So this can't be 2, 5. So this would be 1, 6 or 3, 4, both of which work. And then this sum to 8, and again, these could be swapped. But this sum to 8, in this case, we can't do 1, 7. We could do 1, 7, 2, 6. 2, 6 seems viable, or 3, 5, and I think 3, 5 is viable as well. Okay, so these are our options. I'm going to erase these ends because I don't know which is which yet, but I'm going to leave the 7 in the middle because we know 7's in the middle. That was less helpful than I was hoping there was only one way to do it, but there seems to be 2 ways to do it. So let's look at this chain of black doots then. So the option here was 6 or 8. With 6, we could, we're not doubling to 12. So I guess we're never doubling this because 6 we can't double to 12, 8 we can't double to 16. The biggest sum I can do is 11. 5, 6 would be 11. So, and that's not going to be double anything. So actually the best sum I'm doing is 10. So if I guess in general, if I have an odd sum on a black doot, it has to be 5 or less. And in fact, it will be 3 or 5 only if I have an odd sum. Because I can't have it, and then doubling an odd sum 7 or higher would be too big, because 10 is our biggest doubled sum. Okay, so with that in mind, this is going to be even anyway, but it's going to be a 6 or 8, and it's going to be halved. So the 6 would have to 3. The 6 would have to 3. That would be a 1, 2. And then we double it again to 6. But we can't make 6 without a 1 or a 2. We can't do 3 plus 3. We can't do 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. Okay, so we're just simply not doing 3 there. So this is the 8. Okay, so actually what I had, maybe I can just undo. I had that filled correctly. So this is an 8 sum. And so this halves to 4, which is 1, 3. And now this has to then double back to 8. But 1, 3 is gone. So how are we doing 8 without 1, 3? Well, we're never going to do 1, 7. We could do 2, 6. We're not doing 3, 5. So this is a 2, 6. And that leaves 2 digits here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 4, 5. Okay. That feels like progress. Do we look at this Doot now? I think we look at this Doot now. So, oh, right. The thing I just talked about, I think, comes into play. If this is a 5, we're definitely summing to an odd digit. And we're definitely summing to an odd sum. Because if this is 5, this is always even. 2 or 6 is even. And that odd sum will be too big. It'll be bigger than 5. So that's not going to work on a black Doot. So this has to be the 4, and this is the 5. Okay, so let's do this carefully. 5 removes 3. 4 removes 3. Interesting. 5 removes 1, and 4 removes 2. Okay. I get anything out of that? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So now we have to think about these two sums, I suppose, on this block Doot. It's kind of flowing around. There's not really anything else to do. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So if this is 6, this would be a 1, 2 pair. Well, that's not going to work. You can't put a sum of 3 on a consecutive in the same box, because this would have to be a sum of 4. Definitely not a sum of 1. Oh, sorry, not a sum of 2. 1 plus 1. Not doing that. And a sum of 4 would be a 1, 3. That would double up the 1. So we're not doing that. So this is 4 plus 6. That's a 2. Okay, so let's do this carefully again. 6 removes 2. Okay. And 6 removes 1. So we have a 1, 3 pair, a 2, 5 pair. All right, I don't think that's going to resolve further yet. But now we know that's 10. We're not doubling 10 to 20, so we're going to have it to 5. So 5 is going to be either 1, 4 like that, or 2, 3 like that. Okay. So this is 5. Can this be 4? I don't think this can be 4, because a 1, 3 breaks the 5 sum. So this is going to be 6. So 5, 6. 6 is either 1, 5, which would be like that, or it's 2, 4, which would be like that. Wait, did I? Yeah, this is 1, 4, or 2, 3. That's a 1, 2 pair. Interesting how that works. Okay, we know there's a 6 over here. 1, 2 pair means that this is a 3, 6 pair. Did I do this right? This is a sum of 5, which is either going to be 1, 4, or 2, 3. This 2 and this 4 tell us the order. And then, because this is 5, this adds to 6, which is 1, 5, or 2, 4. 1, 5, 2, 4. Okay. So this has a 6 on it, and it's consecutive over here. Can I do more with this? What's this going to be? So if this is, let's go through some cases here. If this is 1, this would be 4. And then this would be, well, that doesn't work. Sorry, we can't do 1, 4 here, because that uses up 2 ways to add to 6. Yeah, consecutive domino sums really interfere with each other. 1, 4 in this case would make this 2, 5, which adds to 7, not 6. So we're not doing 1, 4. We're doing 2, 3, and 1, 5, which leaves 4, 6. That's 10. So this is either 9 or 11. 11 would be 5, 6. 11 would be 5, 6. So that would be 6, that would be 5. And then 9 would be 3, 6. That would be the 6, that would be the 3. Or 4, 5. Oh no, sorry, we're not 3, 6. Look at this cell. 3, 6 would break this cell. So we're not 3, 6, or it would be 4, 5, which would be a 4 here. And so this is always a 5. Really interesting. So that makes that 2, 5. 2 plus 6 is 8. That's a 4 plus 3. That's a 1, 3, and 1. And that comes back down, making this a 4. So that's 9. That's 6 and 4. Okay. Let's do these pairs here. We need a 1, 6 here. So this is the 1, this is the 6. And then this pair is 2, 3. That's 2 and 3. So this is 6 now. So this is a consecutive Doot. But let's fill these out first. I think that'll make things easier. We need a 2, 4 here. We need a 5, 6 here. We need a 1, 3 here. We need a 2, 5 here. And we need a 1, 4 here. Okay. So this adds to 6. So first of all, this has to be odd, because this is even. If this is odd, this is always odd, meaning this has to be even. So this is always a 6. That's a 5. That's 3, 6. I think that just does it. 1, 3, 2, 5, 4, 1, 4, 2, and we're done. And indeed, 6 and 7 are consecutive. Nice. Neat puzzle, GDC. These Doots are kind of mind-bending. But yeah, it's a lot of this domino logic, especially the consecutive ones, where consecutive dominoes really interfere with each other. And I've never quite grasped which ones don't work. I always have to case check them, but case checking works just fine for those. All right. Neat idea there. Good execution as well. Let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.